Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. The promoter for Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, has issued a statement in regards to claims made in the Daily Mail. So the publication, it claims that a witness who provided testimony for Tyson Fury's former PED case from a number of years ago, a failed test in 2015, which was ultimately resolved in 2017, it claims that the farmer who backed Fury and Huey Fury up regarding nandrolone and providing a wild boar to the Fury camp, that he has recanted on his evidence and withdrawn it, says it never happened, he never provided any meat at all. But Frank Warren, he has issued the statement saying, in light of a recent article published in the Mail on Sunday regarding Tyson Fury, Hall of Fame promoter Frank Warren, on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, has the following statement to make. The farmer making these outrageous allegations sent me a letter last October, full of errors and basically telling me he had committed perjury by signing statements under oath and lying. When I called him, he asked for money. I told him to clear off and get in contact with UCAD. He chose not to speak to UCAD, but instead speak to a newspaper. How anybody can take this man seriously is beyond belief. Tyson has never met this man in his life. What a load of rubbish. We'll leave this with UCAD to look into and don't expect it to go any further. And he concludes his statement by saying, it looks like while the football season has been paused, there's nothing to write about, and the silly season has instead commenced. Frank Warren's statements. Derek Chisora's manager and advisor David Hay says that there will be a full quarantine in effect for training camp to prepare for Alexander Usyk. So Hay says all the sparring partners are going to be quarantined in their flat among themselves. They're going to come to the gym, then back to their flat. They are not allowed to go out partying. They're here to work for Derek, to give Derek the best opportunity. They can't be going out getting sick and bringing that into the gym. It's a serious situation. We don't know how bad it's going to get. We're going to have as many as we can get, probably 5 or 6 different guys to try and keep them fresh. Fast guys who move, cruiserweights, heavyweights, trying to mix it up. The rising British heavyweight Joyce says he will test Daniel Dubois to the full on April the 11th when the pair are scheduled to meet. So he's told Boxing Scene, he said some questionable things. We both feel we are going to knock each other out, so it's going to be an explosive, exciting fight. He thinks he can beat me, and I know I can beat him. I just want to make sure I tick all the boxes in training camp and make sure I give myself the best possible chance of beating Dubois because I respect his power. He is a rising star in the division. He's strong, powerful. I have to be prepared. I'm looking forward to it. I have to make sure everything is 100% and I go in there with a great game plan and manage to do everything I need to do to knock him out. The trainer for Chris Arreola, Joe Goosen, says something big is coming for his fighter. He's told Boxing Scene he's got something big cooking. He's jacked up. For him to be jacked up, that's a good thing. When he's jacked up, he works hard. When he works hard, I tell you, he's hard to beat. So we're very excited about his next fight. And that could possibly be against Andy Ruiz Jr. later this year, possibly July or August. Ruiz has been talking about coming back then. And Chris Arreola has been a name in the mix. Another name had been Adam Kovnarski, but since his loss, that seems a little unlikely. And Arreola and Ruiz, that fight has been talked about for a number of years. With the whole Mexican-American heritage, they could probably have that fight in Los Angeles and do quite well. And Arreola, he would be the underdog in that fight, given Andy Ruiz Jr. his recent wins and pedigree, and Arreola being at the back end of his career and faded from his prime. But Arreola proved in the Kovnarski fight in August 2019, he's still got something left and he will come to fight. And obviously if he does face Ruiz, Ruiz has to come in condition. Otherwise Arreola might be able to do something in there. Promoter Eddie Hearn says it's business as usual until he's told otherwise. And this follows a number of boxing events being cancelled around the globe because of coronavirus. So Hearn says at the moment everything is so up in the air short term. I don't think anybody knows what to do at the moment. We go on business as usual until we are told otherwise by the government. I spoke to the British Boxing Board of Control yesterday, and they said the same thing. Their biggest problem is the doctors, having the right doctors ringside. My main concern is March 28 and April 4, but everything has a knock-on effect because you have 10 fighters on that card saying, when am I fighting? And then the same the next week. There's a risk Dillian Whyte's May 2 fight. There's a risk Alexander Usyk and Derek Chisora. There's a risk for AJ too. But this is 11 weeks away. We just don't know. For us, it's not catastrophic, but it's more catastrophic for the fighters. They only get paid when they fight, and we don't already have enough shows to put all our fighters on. I've got 2 kids in America, one this Saturday and one on the 28th for Golden Boy. They both got pulled last night in California, and that's another 2 that want a date. Meanwhile, heavyweight Vlad Sirenko's fight in Germany against Johnny Muller at the end of March has been cancelled. So he said on social media, "Dear friends, I have to inform that my next fight in Germany at March 28 was postponed due to coronavirus pandemic. Of course, healthcare is a main goal for everyone. I was on great shape and everything was fine in training camp, so I want to say a big thanks to all my team and sparring opponents. But I will stay in good mood. I am going to have some rest and back to the gym very soon. Stay tuned." But another fight on that date, which is still seemingly going ahead, is Agit Kabayel versus Mariusz Wach. And Kabayel has posted to his social media saying 2 weeks to go and he's looking forward to the fight. But what do you make of it all? Drop a comment, loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.